me dom nyina se eye Ice-T and operate cameras no dear mommy and the man behind the 1 and 2 Nana Kwame and so Ajina Koya ewo control room obwa edi free ho every sabria kopem se nonsia ebebono. It's all about information, all about education. Nonsia ma yedi nonsia kase ebono ebebro de na wakasa wame because ede mene ekukudam ena etna edijuma na ka ekukudama na chese nkofo a with all their wealth of knowledge and then omene eba bechebi na wudi bi say edu ebnade wiase na lawyer Evans osei bunsu obri buahe Chambers obri buahe and associates Chambers otinase dia wankasa won sorry no na when ya bibi ba kwa free constitution no won sorry no na eye legal matters adanse bibi amraka de won so ya bibi kakra e de free because debia is a learning process debia yesua bibi enti djumade de enya temdidie se ya adom de ni bi no ohun djumade yi so de bibia no yesua de information na chese ye criticize so a ye criticize constructively eno ene ye no ha enti mesa me ba wakwaba enyo no nko ene Mr. Owusu Ajaben enso a lecturer with Kumasi Technical University and then Mr. or Dr. Owusu Ajaben enso ebetna si dwumadie so na yede no ato adwene ana wa wo hwe me wa wo tie me ba bia wo bia wo de ehwe wo di tie no you very welcome. Yes, ye ba wakwaba kwan soronko so yentumi eyu enfrim hwe ohu hia me papa because wo ni ha bisu ni ha yes wo ho nti na me so be wa ha be da wase papa de wada age wate ye koye ni me ene eye no na ene yes hope for all budget NDC for the brain no ene budget na ba be dru ya nanado na kufu adu na manie mama ye den dia main Mahama time 2013 2014 nanka miliki ye tono beye 3 cedis okoto toothpaste sabre na ye beye 4 cedis na nanado abema ne mamu ye den dia manyen and the sugar ne bua endam say beye 9 cedis na nanado amane mamu aye den enti ye ntoaba ampa wankwanko toaba and then budget no aba hope for all budget no aba and then ukojoma milk just ideal milk crowd better to be 8 cedis yes be 8 cedis maybe 9 cedis 9 cedis and then ya tete so why President Mahama ba ye ne ukojom sisi a budget number ubekon ya tete so diema mo kanyina abosio kanfo just Suabe magazine and then ukojuma baby abekubia first ever budgeter JM the second coming and the one presenting ya teteni ya manusu ya tete so study open wo etube tumi akojom sisi a enuntin one tuaba be pacho ya tete so nti kojom why niema boa ye fo cedi to dollar and then swat to say who after a year budget reading no intiko na ediama mu ayede ediama any which way that's just on the sidelines but the reality ene Dr. KCL atoforcing aba present budget no minority press conference and 70 bi na no mo HTM ediama na ansana empo meba lawyer nchen yebeko phone line so and we have so much to do yenhwa allocation no ebi na yenwura mu quickly na member lawyer and Dr. Memo Akwaba na yen working phone lines no and nyema pina ye Dr. KCL to force an edituja na nyema edituja sani omo kai no betting tax omo a year free ho a year e-levy we year free ho COVID-19 we year free ho na omo introduce road toll amongst others entiene me fidie no na yenye ho adwuma na me allocation no and a year allocations to a year various sectors may run it through quickly na fe yakoyenim and wo share allocation sika wachiche mu and then on the 13.85 billion cedis and the akwa and I say well you say sikano say yem fan kwhye a big push no afen so 499.8 million cedis and also your allocation for the non-academic fee for first year students in public tertiary institutions and a 292.4 million and also a allocation for the distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in primary and secondary schools. 242.5 million were allocated at the support to Akosombo Dam spillage for and a 200 million or they supported a K2 South constituency for a disaster no at Tuomono. After 3.5 billion and the Sika NDC are buying APA and the Aquacoche free secondary education program no. Then me who say a year Dr. Amin Adam say a year sustainable but we shall get there very soon. 564.6 million and don't know or the Aisha comprehensive provision of free curricular based textbooks 1.788 billion cedis a allocation for the school feeding program where 145.5 million being the allocation for the capitation grant. 203 million is the allocation for a year payment of teacher trainee program and the other 400 being the allocation for the payment of nursing trainees. After your 9.93 billion, that's the allocation for the National Health Insurance Scheme. And the budget statement, 2.18 billion is the allocation for the Ghana Road Fund. Continuing, we have 7.51 billion being the allocation for the District Assembly Common Fund. 1.5 billion is the allocation for agriculture for economic transformation agenda. After so question mark later on, 51.3 billion cedis the allocation as seed fund for the establishment of the Women's Development Bank. 300 million is the allocation for a national apprenticeship program. 100 million cedis is the allocation for a Jumera program. And 100 million cedis is another allocation for a national codes program. Me pa 24-hour economy who has be yanya allocation for a 24-hour economy. Enti sadia etie enono abusuafo yabatwetwe nkomo but not until member a year lawyer Evans Oseibunsu who is currently seated right here in our studios. Member na kwaba na yantwetwe nkomo na yebekɔ phone lines no so yekɔ phone lines no so na yene a doctor or professor Kingsley Nyako and so atwetwe nkomo na yenje a omo views lawyer Evans Oseibunsu awie memawaha
mejo so keke na mechia wahwefo ne watiefo nyina
omunyina so eje so
da se keke
na ho ye de
keke me ho ye se de o chest ni city no sala so akasa o chest ne de keke anya de ketwa o ede mama lawyer court constitution article am chest ni wo be dia ba so article de be hu no budget ni article 179+1 or say before financial year and a month before no they present a budget at the parliament in article 179+1 a honor sadia no and nama Dr. Kingsley ato forcing at the parliament no
but it that's how we get started now sounds to be biaboko and I know the day we've been waiting for and then abrewa ayi pumakwem say empo doctor to force them present budget no per a year constitution baby a uku 2 year na lawyer bet na say there you be shase when you generally just briefly general assessment of a budget statement
in fact many kind chia watie for no ahwefo nyina so hwe budget na me wo se Ghana fo bibre ni age ye twa betting tax me ye twa emission tax me ye twa weim but onim I am there fine in the first place abana ya de say we move from propaganda no governance. Enti anya mere rhetoric. Sa ban no first na me kasa obunso kasa, but we move from propaganda no ba governance na Nkansah mu so oba ba be adwuma. But when say budget 2% here are futuristic. That means that ebe call parliament so be review budget no. And this a parliament review budget na afi no mo beje budget na tum. Nti eje budget ni tum a enema a waka ni nyina afi ne ye behwe. Se be ye adwuma ana se enya adwuma because ye wa ha ye hunu budget free doctor Kwasi botwe penso. Obo nsa nema bebre ni e beka. But e ba bi du ba bi na afi de na nema ni nyina ya amfa anya adwuma ne ayi play free o na minority in the administration say omo budget no a thorough review, a thorough examination. No more scrutinizing budget no very well. No more because abafu free say na one share ya ufitin a won te ase but so unya budget no na u review budget no na hwe budget no
but lawyer when the sorry say me but na dey me and you me the one dey wa ha
yes
ma me nya adwuma quickly we phone night no sir member lawyer Evans so say bunsu enchen ebio quickly yeah crossover na me ne honorable Professor Kingsley Nyako atwetwe nkomo na Professor Kingsley Nyako MP for Kwadaso, representing the people of Kwadaso constituency. Professor Yamawaha Emawa Kwaba Yejumedi so. Hello, Honorable. Good afternoon. Yo, Honorable Kingsley Nyako ewo ahumano so na Talk Ghana Jumedi so live on WONTUMI TV, live on WONTUMI Radio 101.3. Don't you forget we're streaming live on Facebook. It's WONTUMI TV on Facebook and WONTUMI TV on YouTube. And main crossover na fe mene Honorable Kingsley Nyako enchichenkomo. Honorable member ha ema wakwa babio yejumedi so. AJ check line no ema me biona. I think sir there is a hitch. Why na may establish a yes contacts no. All right, yeah sir yebeko na yachuche sa nkomono yeah say yachuche sa nkomono with Honorable Professor Kingsley Nyako. Now just before we go over what he say lawyer Evans Osei Bunsu and so Chinenadji and mainly yera a budget presentation and as a budget statement and Dr. KCL to force and echo presenter on behalf of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Sempi Eda Ode Etuja. Now ansana Mekobiono member lawyer who even as me producers working around the clock say yebetumine Professor Achuche Nkomono. Lawyer, we dey sorry say bitwa wadona me kwa homano so but obuguso enti na wo bo aban na baso say
enti na me bo aban na baso say we move from mere rhetoric eba governance kakra so propaganda we move from propaganda to governance. That means that first no omoye propaganda sa no makasa but he say there wabobo niema bi a obeyedin enti say ye de call parliament na parliament je budget ni tumu dia ebeye adwuma na ebeye adwuma dia ene de na make
so no je omo agi atumo
agi so omo agi atumo ansa na before then also
okay ben Professor good afternoon. Yamia dome ho ye na also what to say. Okay. Yes, oh yeah there.
Na domboko
yo me da say. Honorable and na wo brashe bedwe fie na ni tiawa. And Dr. KCL ato forcing per year 1992 constitution no. And we be present a year budget statement no. Na and we also present you here a year for your market no they only have to comment. Sa na call ye wo brashe bedwe fie actually mube ra debate no. Na and ya wo so ahoma yeah, besides, budget statement as presented by the finance minister. Who want to say?
Okay, mami no phone na record so for ne omo studio. Keke say previous years no. Now after reading the budget statement no. Now you debate but it was new standing orders no. Now a statement in Parliament, no, our standing orders, no, you don't debate on statements. You make comments. And no any debate, but a better comments. I think that we can be a better post budget workshop and a retreat. So after workshop, no, I think by Monday or Tuesday. It's on Monday, but it's on Monday and on Tuesday, and I back comment on statement. No, that's it. So I thought it was a kind of Article 179 of our Constitution, and your standing orders, order 1952, also Finance Minister or presented the statement, referring on the economic policy of the government. And then about this Jumano. Now, the major Hamilton is what I say, State of the Nation addressed by Penny Mahama on 27th of February. About I say economy no is broken. Normal, in fact, I say economy can put our intensive care units. I see you. Say economy no koye. And then after first thing. Buy a novel, also buy the same thing, or started by painting a gloomy picture about the economy. Like I was say, and no ma, I will buy it, Mamma, so obey no. Say, economy now, must say, at the upon some now, enco. This same economy now, everyone was scared to do the things you wanted to do. So, me feel say, and Tasunu, I contradictory in one breath. Also, economy no koye. Number 2, also obey ABCD. And man, what can where are you going to get money from? It's not the same economy now. Say enkoye no. The same economy now. Everyone is scared to do this thing. Like okay, let's look at specifics. 2016, you know 2 million. By 6th January 2017, now. Economy no any no about 3.4%. In any, me no can say by 31st of December last year 2024. Your economy no, you see the same, the job the same. Okay, you no man now Kamboma. You me and you me by 5.7%. Who they are 3.4? Obi out of sum, every accord 5.7. Now after first now, on no company say where GDP grow from our projected for 2025 now. Okay, about 4%. 4%. And the non-oil GDP no about 4.4%. And look at a projection no. It is even possible say by the end of 31st December 2025 to happen no. Not a news because only the ABC name it could be less or more than or higher than the on but what about to 5.7? Yeah, move from 3.4 to 5.7. So it means that okay, the economy is doing well. Number 2, okay, Ocean you got international reserves. And this is for the 3.5 months import cover in 2017. Akufado and I'm not saying or say Akufado are buying, I'm buying. Eja import cover of 4 months. 4 months. I amounted to about $8.9 billion. Now, I know say NDC are buying and Obeka most by the end of the year, no, almost better say gross international reserves up to 3 months. What the 2 are there 4 months? Also, they call 3 months. What the 2 on minor pomudin 5.7, also what they call 4%. Meaning, so well, and maybe I will buy it in the cake. They be now promises as to say, I'm going to say, you know, KK, we are watching. Let me cut it. Say, almost say, on capo get fan, on capo NHIL fan, almost say on capo road fan. They have to come to budget to Parliament. Now, also, they have to come to me. I was on the finance committee before. also about parliament.
Yeah.
Also parliament ending to noa. WONTUMI for the Enfanya Juma. Now I say free senior high school budgets are almost bad for this year 3.5 billion. And again, almost on campaign debt fund now additional 4.1 billion cities. Okay, my point is that a projection, you are making an assumption. A be a company they're not a news. So me say early days yet. I feel now I go to our promises no. Now I'm saying a choir on the first one. On Benya Skadade, a day domus on Mocano. I'm thinking levy, or more abolish levy, yes, and Amoka. Yes. Now, a do COVID-19 levy there. Almost say no. Almost take committee to look into reforming our VAT threshold no. And to know almost a year free. But yeah, campaign time no. I'm not saying. So on the year floor, I feel they are much too big. Take it. We are watching them. Yeah, no, Adebia, a woman at maybe not Bama Kun in India. No, we are okay with that. But WONTUMI Emeka and Sam Abra, Unum say, I don't know, Okano. You are just doing politics out of that. I don't dare, I don't know, you'll be exposed by a son of a day. Wakano. Yes.
Mate, now, Professor Kinsley Yako, with a year allocation for a year free secondary education program, no, now a 3.5 billion and more allocated here. Now, 1 year deputy, you are former education minister. My was at the press conference, and I'm here because I mean, at America say, Emposicano, Ebioma on cap a year get fan, Sika. Obude Babayas have free education unsustainable. Send your question, Brody Ebekano. Do you see it in more press conference to that effect?
They say, Get Fan was capped in 2018 for a reason. What's happening? Because now at that time, now I buy here Sika to embark on certain infrastructural projects and social intervention programs. That was why it was done. Now, what I say on Capia, it means those monies, not everything will go to Get Fan. The one, but who be the chef fees in high school more? It also means a Bema infrastructural projects by Get Fan, as why they like a conform. So yes, because yes, because they move 4.1 billion. But chef fees in high school more. It is a good idea, but the point is that a bit me so I then and also no that shortfall no affect improvement upon infrastructure projects like building of classrooms and then building new schools, buying some fixed assets for schools no. Every month and also why then and waka. So yeah point is say budgets no with the back come on. Promises and aspiration. We will do this. It doesn't mean why you. Okay, so the 100 million, while allocate 200 million cities for assembly members are. Oh yeah, that's what you said. You must tell us a kind of us or bless kadaya at the now no sure revenue and grants are almost a year market. I'm proposal for this year no about 224 billion cities. What does it? And the expenditure is about 261 billion. So there's a short gap. A choir also fast on catch and for say Safikana may case may raise no higher 224 billion cities no may far a choir so a choir so. That's it. Okay. Now no almost I can say the gold board almost allocated $267 million for the gold board. And I'm asking myself questions. Okay, now your precious minerals mining company or Mebana, and a state institution. Now, almost say almost for mono, no gold board. Okay, and for me, no, I'm skeptical about that board. No, they have to come to Parliament. I think First said they will come to Parliament with a bill. And Oba will look at it. Yeah, man, political institutional. Yeah, well, PMMC, yeah, Bank of Ghana, me say this kind of board, no, say Ghana 4% a cool year, or say you pay a political institution and a political individuals. Nipa biya omonya expose we must get some person to do it. What we can say, what a good board, and also belongs to a particular political party. That is not acceptable. Young state agency, state institution. Now, they will shorten Ghanaians. A base and Nipa Kobi and a Omobefa Kotekwabi to just siphon our resources. And I don't think Ghanaians want that. Okay.
Okay.
So we say we must ask questions. Gold bond, but they must. We will make sure say it is done well. Now, there to for political gains. No, because gold no minerals no. Or manager party. I don't know. Yeah, Franco share Bank of Ghana say. I don't know. Yes, strengthen a PMMC. Why do we want to create national committee now? No. The committee is made up of only people from the NDC. So some of us are suspicious about the intention of that. And who devote to city equivalent of $267 million. Can you imagine that? And we need to also know the cost benefit analysis. We invested this amount of money. I don't know how much are you going to get out of that. So we have to be very careful. Yeah, Mundi, say a seminar a what budget team no keke. Omonya fa or say yo a remaining aspirations. Now after first saying almost speech, no one say or do a bit or say we have delivered.
Yeah.
On one statement now or no kind of. No, we're indicating we are delivering. But the NDC members, we're saying that we are delivered. And that's I didn't now or no kind of a or say we are delivering. Most say we are delivered. Or say, or say, over on capo get fan, or say we have delivered. Munya, on capi. NHIL fan, or say, over on capo, and over the capo. Unya, or say we have delivered. That doesn't make sense. O say, Obe abolish you levy. O say, we have delivered. So, okay. I mean, from what I don't know, but we are waiting for them. Say, now I'm Abua Ghana for, and yes, they just remain on the books. We need to raising 20 to 24 million billion cedis. Also, me who revenue handles no. Come on now, first I'll be with this a scanner. You need to tell us and all that.
Mate, Prof. Answer the member Wakodo. Been touch on a year 51.3 million being the allocation as seed fund to a year establishment of Women's Development Bank. No, but who said that? No. Now, press conference abuye na mu raise concerns. Sample say be able to be a BB sad we have 400 million cedis as capital. So the bank no. Now, were you surprised as well? Say 24-hour economy. Omoya who did the pino. I said, now who answer answer the amber budget statement. What are you surprised?
I never conclude no. So only say almost say 53 or 51 billion now seed money for the bank no. So I don't know and say that is the only money they have. So seed money means they also get additional monies from somewhere. So that's it. But it's okay. Interestingly, budget no. If a Jumasem for the youth, we said down who any specifics via whom, and I say almost 10 billion Ghana cedis push or whatever. And our kind of 24-hour economy. That is their campaign mantra.
Yeah.
The NDC phone to me can change through the state of the nation and dresser Omampeni Mahama Edema and the budget statement now at to forcing honorable every channel. Keke adie timpobia almost sharp a bit to me activated the 24-hour economy. Keke, there is nothing. No matter Omokasa, yeah, Tama, you can't say you bear one business, one factory. Keke. We show working. We give examples how we are going to do it. So idea a year main campaign pillar. Ultimately, I implement it. How much money are we here on the 24-hour economy? They didn't tell us. Say 24-hour economy I can't answer no. You bring here ABR this amount of money to do it. Now you target set away and set away. I did have to force a cameraman here. After 24-hour economy, say, we should patronize made in Ghana goods. Go and read MPP your budget. We can say we should patronize made in Ghana products. Jacob for president and then introduce Friday we are
No cry pa.
So we are expecting to say, must say 24-hour economy, no. This is how we are going to do it. We are going to spend this amount of money. After this new year, if me after a Juma, a Mobuno, a Juma, maybe 2 million, 3 million, 4 million. Then we know, say, a share shawapa. Okay, and then I'll tell you about job creation or unemployment for the youth in the budget. Then I'll tell you, apart from the gold board here, anything for Kwaku. We said that a crime first I will make creative jobs, sacking people left, right, center. I didn't know me, but I'm happy to say Ghana for soldier, you know. I feel the old mom will say sacking, no, and Ghana for onion too. So I'm revise it. I'm not on that. Okay, we do you know, and then me Trump chamber ho etie yenya atofo no me hu say after all economy na kufa den Dr. Bamene MBP ejama o man Ghana no, that economy was not broken. That economy no ya wan no down because economy ya wan no down no it will grow by 5.7%. Economy, and one thing to say me kapa say on the 3rd of January and Akufo-Addo his last State of the Nation address or catcher said primary balance was 0.5% positive, it was surplus. And after the catcher said primary balance was negative 3.9%. This is strange. The same finance ministry and a man or Mampenin Nada Akufo-Addo 0.5% surplus. Now the same finance ministry SRK 3.9% deficit. This is strange. So if they are trying to manipulate the data, and I mean Adam Kayano said there's something wrong about that. Because within a space of less than 2 months now, the same economic indicator no, and to me and have different figures. And to me. So the way I'm going to try and say score some political point by destroy economy no. Omon kan who say oh we are for sir no show sir because we are investors. And the way we are simu especially man Ghana or Baya a car armor. So maybe NDC make Kappa say Tama take almost free to 2016. The debt to GDP ratio was 76%. And you will see economy no about 156%. Yes, go and check. But now no, we are doing a debt to GDP ratio of about 72%, which is better than almost time, you know. So propaganda, how far can it take you? But then for the say can say the Koba 1 city, I'm not 1 city. You better see a can I so me back Kumasi weekend, me back Kumasi weekend. Can you know business waiting? Look at the insecurity there right now.
Oh yeah.
Mobile money vendors being killed left and no channel and no do. And I'm not say quite as baby I'm me young guy be so the regional assistant regional minister on in charge of security in the region. I'm mono the yake sepa na keke bambo. They should work hard. Na asantimamu yewu se bambo edimu asantimamu ye kanya unsem enyina so because last week me kuma say me ban crime okay anadun na medasumu nadun na sakamanto mi nama enwo adapana anka me damba
Mate prof yana ka wa but we dey answer me cross over to lawyer quick one now bet to me the 1 minute we you be our academia no as a professor now so your lecturer so 499.8 million omo allocation for non-academic fee for first year students in public tertiary institutions. Quick one, what's your take?
Oh, okay, so say omo can say omo say tertiary for first years omo academic facilities user fee on betia and I want to make allocation for that. So take it, me try implementation.
Okay, we take
it. No, me they have to say if you say one or say you now ma will know will know. This same end for the culture say Christian high school. There are some parents who can pay for their children. I'm can't say. I'm saying there's some ya hopefully be on betting metia. I feel that sir. And you know, omo no. Ebi ni awon for betting tiana. This is hypocrisy. Okay, number two. Okay, on this same matter. Okay, I'm going to fix high school company. I'm extended to private students. In this budget. In this budget, okay, sir. I'm going to number two. Now, say you private tertiary education or Rebana. I don't want for manka. You see, so anything you may say propaganda, natural, and intro, and the human, and that's what they are doing. But they are saying they may see the now, and some market now it's in the budget. This is the first budget too. It is in there. We are going to assess them based on that. Almost to me, now man Ghana, you fine. But the point is that and so now on cano and on my approach no no
yo but prof you better one say FDA so why na
so the Muhammad number friend mommy me say 24-hour economy no ewe himfa
yo but
again 24-hour economy no how many jobs is it creating? That for here Jumaye they want jobs to do. Yeah, we are able to create over 2.3 million jobs. What do I say? Also we have a program of job creation and not dismissal and replacement. That is not why we voted for him to become the president of this country. But that's it, okay.
But so that's Papa Oishna also Professor Kingsley Nyako, a MP for Kwadaso constituency, former Deputy Education Minister, former Deputy Education Minister. You better say. But I've captured Lawyer Evans Osebunsu, Mamana at Nasi, main crossover, Emran in Chono, and I was say, Lawyer, now the prof the HR to the day, 24-hour economy, and two was 24-hour economy. Hey! That one kasa end these parliamentarians 24-hour economy no but one some budget statement no sorry na mo to omo yum no 24-hour asempa na hey lawyer me pacho wo de etie
keke me da se pa enwumi a otia mama ka budget ni nyina metena ho ade ana me hwe pa ye 24-hour economy no because always maka say 24-hour economy no say ade bi anye social intervention no aka say me create ministry bi di ama no nemum every good economy bi will give birth to 24-hour. Every good economy be a 24-hour. It may can say bra ko UK nya kwanya ko UK kakra no because their economy is very good no 24-hour. And you say police are working 24-hour. Military men are working 24-hour. Watch sellers are working 24-hour. So fried rice sellers are working 24-hour. It you say security agencies need protect amount for Dubonsa police for year juma every street biya wo United Kingdom police for protected buses year juma and the person call from the bus call juma biya ko ye cleaning biya no bus no ho police for so protecting into bi ntimi nkokuno any friend 24-hour economy and a good economy biya no will give birth to 24-hour enti me hwe budget
because if there is the demand
what you say so demand and supply year juma the suppliers are bringing in commodities or goods within the market no now man for so patronize omo kwa adwuma nti ubon se onam UK open Asda shop 24-hour obenya biato nti se wapon adwuma around 2 o'clock kra na se open grapes bi drink ato a ya bie and they said your number bi amete na okwa akopɛ store asa ebo 2 o'clock a obi atum na 2 o'clock no kra wonam ho a ehu because obi hia obewo knife ekun ebi na moka okwada so ne ade esi eti 24-hour economy na hopa na minimi se obehama na unim ade ba kwa mesen hu wo budget ma na emese o the paragraph 41 because budget na me follow no paragraph by paragraph o paragraph 41 abrofo bi o kan say we inherited an economy in deep crisis hard hot with debt and beset by other challenges such as large accumulation of MDA arrears or payables, energy sector financing and shortfalls, and large physical rules from cocoa and financial sectors. It will you see, adi omo ya say obo abinda dano echi said the economy in enya kra. Sadi we yahu bi pen because if Dr. Kwame Nkrumah pen so ba aban bia obebe bia no obo yonko echi say economy nenye. Inti ebra o chiche sika ni allocation no o kire se me disika we be kwa ha me di we be kwa no question bi so say omo sika ni go hene ana afi no mo ba be pesika no because economy ni ya dey aye shattered eye deep crisis na ye hard hot with debt there that I don't think so ubenya sika $279 million e dey akwa kwahye gold board because unim dey nti omo create gold board no say Ghana for amoma ni ana hwa sa omo beblemu MPP aban say your family and friends na your japa deal ba wonim o maten no 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 gold board sa board no mo ba bet no ye wo chronics bi omo MPP mo no do mo be form board no eti say wakonya good
omo NDC
enti wakonya good na wakwakutu nze ho pa no dis kakese ko $279 million ho sikakese no ba bi ekokọ ye ho pa account
create
loot and share ajet na sam judge bi na kan you want to create loot and share say ono so ojibi ono ajaje no so jibi na nas e ma yi na die etu wo say omo de sankrofo ni nyina continue omo be ne se unya ugodo anka ye unim say o perfect competitive market e say obi atimi eton na ade say dia open demand and supply na determine price but we there gold board no na e ba be kire say ugold no omo nko an de beto na bo se ne de be ma wo enti se abrantie bi akonya site bi aban approve ama no otu no gold wo hono ma ontimi mfa nkwa ama no ne nkoton mo amutu galamse ne mo amutu gold mu ntie eti sa 279 million no ode se ska na be share sa board no na hene fo ne de ko show monsa eyowura asame jamfi ene de sika ne koma no create loot and share eti ode kwa koma no ho na sika na be bibiri wo hono na sa wo san koton gold na wetu no galam say wanya usika ni nyina woni ho kwan say koton ma obia etina ye omunkwa be yeti so mu na monopolization omunkwa na monopolize sa market no omunkwa ato gold ni dey free on today we determine the price for you enti ebe eliminate sa perfect competitive market where demand and supply will determine the price na akoba se ye chronics nkwan ye doma for board afom board no eti ade a minority also me ye ho adwuma se what will be the composition of sa gold board no ye ba betena here for ne de omo form political party members ne de omo form gold board na anase the neutral people na be form ana ye appointing nipa bi mo scrutinize omo before ansa na board na ya form let's say MDC for nkwa na de me for let's say Japadi family and friends na we create their mom. You see, amount for sanka budget no ho asem say oh na budget no so ba be futuristic. So abanka say I will la doctor cause botwe na didi kan. Budget bi ebe bi o say I will do this. But to your budget ma ohun say one. So we try yi bet mu kra na me fa ne say watwa betting tax mu a. Maybe maami a otifie na sesi an okofro bas na e de na kire say ne bas fair na yate so. Ana trotro na okofro na yate so. Effect be na woman e branch no no akotwa na betting tax no nko ana yate na ade so ba man maame ohunu bibia de ojom a wokoto ade ote central market de ote kwada so jom de ote amakum ejom a woto ade ono ohunu hwe because ohun say transportation no ya de bibi ko hot say yate buses FS so ama no 2 eno achi niema ye to no ojom yente say yatete enema bo so yense unu say dollar rate ni ate so amana ba ntu utwa also betwa betting tax na eni ade na covid-19 tax no ayegu so je mo ba aban na chi ese covid-19 tax no e ade bi a aban no gu so je ba covid-19 ko ete o say aban ni fi aban na maintain no
de omo ye wo sa
de omo ye wo covid-19 eno kra na no odin eno de aban na maintain no tietiefu ntie say covid-19 tax ne de aban na gu so maintain no eno anu obo ese enye no because aban no say so ahwe ye oyi tax ni nyina free ho no mo a wa hwe within 1 year kra just aban ne resign ehye fa na obe generate money na free enti paragraph 41 na wo kan say why inherit economy which is in deep crisis no sa economy na why inherit na sika na wo allocate de ko sa various sectors ne various na opesa wo implement no na sika na obe fa free hin the MPP aban enye sika nto wa na se obenya sa sika na free hin na wo de aye na wonim osan kan asem bi wo paragraph 21 or say that notwithstanding our youth face an uncertain future with growing unemployment and hopelessness. This suggests that the dividends of democracy, such as economic prosperity and social justice, remain what? Elusive. The person was trying to say, so what shall you who face future no enye papa ma womo. If you say, omu nyina ni adwuma entire hopeless dachi enchirima yi anase mranti atiwe ene maba we omu ni dachi bia se omu ni adwuma but enyo mu ankasa na buy over anipa ebro by 15,000 o ma be saki o mu nyina no o ma be saki sankrofo ni nyina afira dwuma mu a eso mo reset asaki o mu nyina na wasan be gina paragraph 21 na me de so no ankasa ato forcing no o kan na nkode ato aso say because ono ase wakohunu ono ani ministries ehunu say nipa na yesaki wo mo no abiding for due process of the law and the far woman to say nipa na fin bi ani wo mo nti wa ye personal letter ana memo di akoma His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say sankrofo na wasaki wo mani kwan se na nko saki wo na betimi a onsan reconsider wo mo eti sasemi a wokan paragraph 21 e wo budget me okama ora John Dramani Mahama or said that notwithstanding our youth face an uncertain future with growing unemployment and hopelessness because abana besaki nipa 20,000 it youth na dey no mo face uncertain future with growing unemployment because asaki wo nyina ma be redundant obi anu a wo ye adwuma over 21 nanu no be whisper or ministry bi ba mi modin because ya atesam okoye no o so jamu ni yayi nadi ana koye mo fa so aban be yi NDC for na de be yi no eti koye mo fa so yi no watena se a odwene ho anye de na obaye so obekọ minister bi ho na Kwaku hu minister ne se o hia me wata samanso court ana oboma mane na o se lawyer ya meta hu wo WONTUMI TV na woni mu abi abetimi de aboa me efri se yayi madi na koye aban ne fa so be yi yadi na ntiase anim eti me kokko hu minister so and so I was a ministry we catch them say just me the 1.5 million Ghana cedis eto of fiscal cash at the money sheni bottom before answer no ama president reconsider me as afa no. Hey, I'm telling you 1.5 million and that is
10 billion
that is
15 billion
answer na what the man answer no ya reconsider
agro no dia
minister agro na odi o say obeje me say sika na answer no amia na just say in a way no amia mfa.
That's all I ever.
Omi emfa sa na opa kan kire wo. Na numpo kra no, se ka sika no eye sika ketua bi mpo na woje a o consider nipa na die nti na woje ni sika. it's corruption na bi no meboa so mo be create no mo so lutu no ma share so me point ne say aban person ye ne ma pade ayen support aban no usu be yi tax we but the best na aban obeya me ehun ne say one ka wo start as no as 24-hour economy no say me hu se dum so ne ma continue say wo sustain energy sector no na light ye aduma obi abetima ye aduma 24-hour. Because government has to create enabling environment for the good people of Ghana so that people can set up their own businesses. Enye bibia na aban betimi ayama wo. But aban create enabling environment or set up environment. And by creating what enabling environment, the government provide what utility facilities near there to say light bill, water bill ni bibia na natural say ekoso. Eti energy ne to amu 24-hour there. Then keke betima betena ha ba be adwuma. Achenkwa betima ba betena weekend Saturday throughout the night aye adwuma because yendum light no. Enti si yendum light ne dia security agencies so wo street mu ha wo wontumi a ye protect a omu nyina etuo ne niam a omo amforce soldier for so ye adwuma 24-hour. Enti obi anam no wo shopping mall so a shopping mall ne ye adwuma a create jobs ama people. This is the innovative way obi be aban bi betimi dia create adwuma ama ho anase me ministers no omo ya doso because my creative regional ministers man for ma din say deputy regional minister but advisor to the regional minister advisor into a creative advisors and 16 to 16 regional ministers no it is 16 or diama in a way where is deputy ministers 16 na diama regional ministers no etu be kombe na ni ministers na ya drube 100 because presidential yi hono wa creative staffers na odo makọ no mo doso papa ukani nyina bom 100 ba aban ne person ya 24-hour economy dia ene me pacho ministers bi be ya adwuma daytime na ministers bi nso ya adwuma night because soja for boy adwuma anti night no we no ba fi ato forcing obe ya adwuma bi a ifra no pa sa deputy minister we obekọ akoya adwuma night etu omo ya adwuma night enu woni enya 24-hour economy keke be adwuma we say ontimi nya na nkode maame a akameye so because 24-hour economy bibia ni akayo 24-hour economy prr bisi eno ni ne yehuni. There is no mentioning of what 24-hour economy in there.
What say you coordinator in the president of Gusitano?
Yes, it will one and one is I will abolish a futuristic because the co-parliament minority and majority they are also going to give a budget policy way a scrutiny. They are going to scrutinize the budget policy. No more review no actually say we with the kwaha enye ebini say minim say Dr. Amin Adam no obi a oka emission tax. Yes. Minim say emission tax na no oka because government no MPP aban or pass a law in respect of emission tax. E say etutu a be ko wiemu say oka ne ade ebeje o tax on. But he never the government never implemented it. She never implemented it. I mean the government, that's why I'm using she. What I say. So Akufo-Addo government never implemented it. The law was passed but it was never implemented. Aban na mfa anya adwuma etuba na so abe ye free wa de na wa ye free ho because aban no emission tax nya de a oje obi a tax wo ho o pass law ne de but wa anya tax ne wo ho enti law no be redundant anya adwuma enti ade a redundant na se ma be ye free wo na Ghana fo obonisa enti just review budget wa kire Ghana fo ma mate ase before ansa no we say aban no be ye adwuma bi ana se wa me ye adwuma enti nya se wo do wa no do nwira na kire se ye se wo do wa no do nwira ebi nwo enti nya se wo fitin ya no aka mere rhetoric no aka enti na me ka kire say perhaps Ebia Domo can they are moving away from propaganda to what? Ebia good governance. It is a omo implementation. So much by year Juma na betchere say asema o maka no budget no because ora kwasi bo twe penso ye hunu bi. Otimi beka mema dollar agina sei mema cedi akose me yese amagana for me yese obeka ni nyina brofo no mbeka gu ho. But me maami owo market no ohunu hwe because entosi bo yante so eti eba ye kinki na nka so de beko 2 cedis no ene ya budget ya me de ba na budget policy se mo approve ma me akenke bia ye nton no Ghana 2 cedis na 1 cedi so that me is 10 cedis amen fan koton kana dokono Gabins bi wo law firm obeko no mani passalai before be di Gabins na obetimi amen na wo ye di 30 cedis gare ni adua wo Gabins eni passalai da bia me friend cocaine Gabins midu a me de sere maame no because ni pasa lie se ukoto a da bi na me se Gabins se de musisa lie bi e de pa munto bi mre me ampa so e de na me yi se munto Gabins no 20 cedis emre me ne gari ni bibia 20 cedis keke Ebra me di me fasting kra na nka me fan so enfa so so say gabis ne cost be say 30 cedis before ansa na nipa da say na minimum wage yesen aban ni minimum wage also atum kra na de call 19 cedis and what the minimum wage call ye 19 cedis no akoto gabins 30 cedis it was a budget ne reflect enipa no pocket e was a budget ne reflect enipa na setenam etina president Kofo kan asem bi o se hwe wasetenam ne to abapa emre bi atwam asetena no mu na reflect am wa hunu say na wo so akoyi better me to me to bet eti de be nipa a few people na to bet no eti nipa kakra bi na omoto omo bet what you say emission tax no kra no wa amfa aban na amfa man tusu wa yi afiri wa de be no ya cost 90 work because aban ya pass law no emission tax say wo ka tutuo say wi ma
but no na wo ye lawyer also am implementing because the kai it was the act the day 1st February and yes Nkansah it was 1st February 2024.
That is so.
And with the implementation there, I really don't know from where it's an idea where say be I bet me I my beside Kingsley Yako because a year Dr. Amin Adam and a cancer but I was for calls behind the scene near who say indeed be a mistake be adofum and a buyer on the part of Dr. Amin Adam and now say study lawyer Kano a emission tax no you say act no be also a 1st February 2024 but study lawyer Kano so could it be say Dr. Amin Adam na emission tax and now say emission levy and I know person can ho asema na yenhwe nigina because I don't believe say 1st February 2024 yes saade no so I shall say that's for the emission levy but say the okano yenhwe because hono akwakoye bibia e wo na ye hu say the asem no so etie lawyer me da was
me da se pa keke uhu say emission tax no ade a omo pass law minimum no but budget bia ni wo mu state ya ana budget policy bia ni wo mu state ya emission tax o ka say watimi agisika dodo say but wo mu say betting tax otimi kire say yenya na ye target na ye 60 million Ghana cedis but yetimi enya amount we enti betting tax enti Dr. Amin Adam semse no no kana sebe ebi ana no to fom ye and o can stand to be corrected and o can say because emission betting tax the omo je ma omo nanso ma wo hu say ebi kra yenya bi but your target was to ebia exceed be 60 million Ghana cedi by yen cent omo abodi but emission tax there is nowhere in the mention of omo budget and omo statement bi say emission tax no ya je Ghana for say was pollute environment and bibi etisa emission tax and also pay this amount. So the law itself was passed, but it was never implemented. It was clear. Unim okan bibi say our paragraph 108 our budget him say it requires before and no bit my reset no manya good policy ama country it requires what sacrifices truthfulness, transparency and discipline. Read paragraph 108 of the by economic policy and budget policy no the two jana. You see it requires sacrifices, it requires what truthfulness and what sacrifices. It no kre any here say only Ghana for delay was say o kan no kre kire wo ba ko ne say Nkansah also allocate funds of what 3.something million Ghana cedis now they call free SHS. Yemu say ho say free SHS no kra no first year nkofo nko a senko ampa epa no mutu ansa no mo de akọ first year mpo say wo check ya wo say wo di sika ko university students what they are called for first year but first year no non-academic user fee nti unim say akola bi atua almost be 400 Ghana cedis and the 400 Ghana cedis no what the time say sika do sempa na ban say no first year for but mo anso na mo ha na mo ka private school na mo ka private school for say your private universities edi na say sika no wan fa bi ankoboa private university for edi na budget na an capture free SHS no mo ko private school enso an capture wo mo ade a mo de ye campaign what you say etimi mini pa bi na wonani aye den search nchina okoto MNDC because private school for ebenya free SHS ni bia me discana be capture ene ontie because free SHS no ene budget ye de betu dwa no private school for nka ho and the university ni so yan capture what university students are private esa okọ Christian University okọ hwan mensa utaba mu school ya ane ade a eno ya capture say 400 Ghana cedis enti awofo ni nyina ya just 400 Ghana cedis akwara ba ko bia first year no 400 Ghana cedis pe ana aban na fa no
aka na na de ba de wo de wan say
yes
private schools so de on beka how de na wo de ba no de wan fa
private schools na private university nka ho ana private senior secondary schools so enka ho eti na kire say ye koya na ye ba enti budget ne pa de empa na waka omu eti ade aga na fo bi bo se na wo kana say wo se wayi say betting tax de say boys omo koto tax na omo eto omo ne ma chacha na say chacha no ye bia wo wini na yakwa koyi ni sika na age ne tax won no wa ba be ye free won enti eno ne ye bo aban ne esi na opia de mpa bo ta aba na chi say ne dwumade betimi akoyie na nyesa mbe ye krokro de John because wo hwe budget we ya mimi hunu bibi pa bia wo mu sa apart from betting tax na me hu say we ya boys no eni age but ediem pa na be reflect e wo my economy ama me hu say ma bra bo ma setena mu me pocket me per capita income etimi increase edie na eche say me fro car na me free tech na say me free ha na me de kwa adwuma edie na be kire say car na ma from na bonate edie na eche say petrol bi abadan because petrol club is
job employment
youth ya be sack nipa bebre na kwa kire was state in paragraph 41 any paragraph 21 say youth ni nya adwuma nye our state wo honom I said youth no mu future eye blare enya de bi a ebeboa because enya de a omu nya adwuma ye growing unemployment and hopelessness what state wo paragraph 21 of budget policy nim na de na kire say ode akwanya agu akwan mu say saa adwuma we na innovative way ye de be create you see sanya de bi so mu di agro no mo hwe 24-hour economy we akeke I'm telling you say saa 24-hour economy no mo hu ne saa no eno kwa betima create jobs among the good people of Ghana. But abai no ontiase because economy bia grow na yes 24-hour no na 24-hour no na make say before betima ye no eno ane say all security agencies aye adwuma all who provide the utility facilities no aye adwuma what you say say even all employ a police for kwa more. Let's say Ghana police me fa say ya employ nipa 10,000 now increase no 30,000 na street bia mo police ni gina ho accredited jobs ama amanfo na even say eco 60,000 krana ebi be yadwuma 30,000 be yadwuma daytime 30,000 betima yadwuma night meboa 89 ni nyina they are protecting the good people of Ghana na cameras te said na akufo ade install CCTV cameras e wo kromu ba bia wo ka akora over speed a e ka che no ana obi di bone a ria na police for akọ review no ma hu nipa kro nyina no sa cameras we nyina ya fix bi wo every street bia mu a kan wu se obia odi boni bia ba me hu ne se de KUST boni si ya allegedly ye de akwakoche student because capture bibia police force so yeah juma 24-hour all shops into me ma me person oton wa cha anwumra obeto obi ko do wa cha anwumra obetima kwa akotobi obi pe banku ani okro stew a obetima kwa akotobi what you say and decide ni pani nyina obi ye juma 24-hour no any friend 24-hour economy one mention bibia because of ontiase and one is what one kind it am saying that bibia makano ha and pray bebre say every good economy will give birth to 24-hour.
But lawyer, my main kind way na me hwese mponke benya Amin Adams ewo ahoma no so na kwa clarify mame. But this just came in from a year Kwaku ameyaw from a young Koko Minia Kwaku ameyaw NPPD pa former chairman constituency chairman ewo Nkoko Kwaku ameyaw. A very good evening to you. No he just sent this one. Also the Minister of Finance was specific. Also, we will remove the 10% withholding tax on winnings of lottery and sports betting. There are two taxes here. They all fall under the Income Tax Amendment Act. One, income tax on betting. This one is being implemented. And two, withholding tax on lottery operations, which the minister Ato called betting tax. Then Minister Amin clarifies that for this one, we are yet to start collecting it. So in effect, the betting tax hasn't been repealed. Now into Osha aye case to force it name somebody Maya paragraph 141 or say Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the 10% withholding tax on a year winnings from a year lottery. It's no and I say
Minister
Dr. Amin Adam ka ho asem say omo implement krana waba be year from the Minister of Finance no also we will remove the 10% withholding tax on winnings of lottery and sports betting and no oka enti two taxes and a shebu e wo nti ba ko na I believe say
address no
address I think say bia it's better clarifies or solve the to an extent.
Okay, ohwim say eno say wa address back no na emission tax kra o ma implement ya na the be taxes nkwa na wayi eti ame na budget na Nkansah pa de pempa na budget ne kan ho asem budget ne she dan kansam bi anti taxes ne kakra no nkwa na wayi enti budget na Nkansah enya dia
propaganda ye
na make a chompuncho bi but amanfo heli wo mo. The good people of Ghana, NDC collapse NPP. We only they look at this. We bet ma collapse NPP because at the end of more yeno. Enya die bi say a policies bi ana intervention bi dia ba nipa na setinem ene na bra boom. Amo hu se mpuntu bi ba be koso wo nipa na bra boom because ye ma eco school no yes to ye yiska de ma wo. Obi a wo free SHS or kokra still or sound discount man no
ponchi won se na me gas ponchi no mo grandmasters no kwa koto no jom no e ko ba allocate sika se the master mu sika de ye mo be kwa koto ponchi de aye nkwan pusuo e de aman kola de ya nti ponchi yi wo ense e wo budget yi ya be baba be tonwa de kakra na be san get back the aye cleans hand soap and no ana yade horo yensa sisi enti wo pesabina papa dia horo wonsa na wayi James e de afri wufie sen kolei obonkofa yare bia emafia besra wo hia cleans hand soap da bia be kan ma kan spell no e de akere wana se ba spell de akere sane ya ukọ na ukohu bi wo supermarket bia na se ba bia be hu bibia tobi toden tentem kra mamba kuma mi yedu kwa na ekro na a cleanse hand soap you spelling a KLEANZ Nkansah inti unya bia tobi ebebo papa wo do roll sa to say won sa ho atwan emfa yare bia emafie na aside eno so no so emame say peske omo ena omusha akoma ho yare enti bia wakoma ye o ya pa oje ho anje a mesro kona ko ho eye peske say bia wankasa utumu se chire yare wa peske utumu se kakra na ho chiro say bia chire yare prostrate mu se nsem wapodo waposo ye o ya bia wo ye oba wo pa wo yibi woni okunyira mo pa wo na ehwo aye dia ma wo peska omo ebebo papa enam yare boni ni gina eye peske na afa ye fra yare bi urinary tract infection say infection no doctor actually say bi na ejijiwa wakwa enko misro koda ko peske fo akira kwan omo ene be ma figure do ayefe wo ye oba wa fu ya na ye kase ya na wo ye kase usu ku opechengelenge anasa tia donko sisifia ibi enso ya na wo ye kase na opese wo ye slimmer bobodi aso be kwaku peske omo ebe ma wo shape no so aye kama on ye mpa kire no figure 8 na chese Coca-Cola bottle shape ibi wo kokura na zo bi akwa ye na fon so wa ye na boju se wa ye the lips okay digida eye peske wo ko do mo mbesiesie opa enti Kumasi ade omo ewo bantma G round about all the man on ewo pomo echira kwan ubetumi afrom ahomatrofo so number here 0530 122 500 that's 0530 122 500 from omo ebeje so dodo your Exodus moringa and dandelion capsules ni bi ewo ho pebi echira kwan wate maka che se moringa eyedro moringa yarea esa yare bebre moringa na yede dandelion aka ho ama hypertensive patient or ukwo hypertension pebi echira kwan once chire yare ejiji wo no pebi echira kwan Exodus moringa and dandelion capsules ukwo eye herbal shop biema wonsa ebeka bi memfa nya kwadro na hypertension and diabetes and yes chire yare no utumu se wako ache me pacho will last shop and that's will last stop anyhow a Exodus moringa and dandelion capsules. One pe bi extra kwan say ma catch herbal shop bia eton bi ewom. Okwa ye kan she drag me honma bi say Exodus moringa and dandelion capsules. On sabeka bi Kumasia Dani herbal Apidank Misty Herbal, Colinak Herbal, and Afi Frediments, Obugina, it will be all about Omo Airton. More woman can see Oko Jeff Herbal Shopper will Sabeka be. Frank Matrofoso, number is 0554 0544 447 033. That's 0544 447 033. And I will to be a friend 0537 456 665. That's 0537 456 665. Now, a young lawyer Evans or say Bunsu. Makacho say or ye lawyer with a year Ubribu and associates a ho ena owo. And no wujubedi so na nya ononko ene yeto nsafredo yeto nsafre eye Mr. Mr. Miyameche chese ejaben, I beg your pardon, ejaben nanke so oba beka ne ho, but quite unfortunately Mr. Or Dr. Owusu Ejabe with a year KSTU, that's the Kumasi Technical University. Unfortunately, no country will indicate say when you emergency be, so maybe will be delay kakra, but with time I think say ABI emergency no and to me and yet can so better lawyer. But enche a year gasto mixture. A year Mensuplex mixture, the Prostaplex mixture, which Nature Medics Consult, or more Ebert's near your matching combo. Malaya, any other a UBL person could mean, sir, I find ye bed digest year, but any other a UBL.
Okay, that's me person me Kwaku. What's a mention a paragraph 41 or can Kwaku once some say Kwaku no, more financing a call for money at the day. But only say Omo campaign now more Casano. Omudi can say cocoa buono. There was a one bag echo 6,000. Anna Nana Dundam Kwaku for the Dr. Baumia Sikana show Mubutum.
Yes.
I know Mama we are for 3,003. And no promise 3,000. And so now cocoa one bag echo by 3,300. But when you say budget in now can you sit right? Yeah, when you say cocoa for omuti cocoa farmers no. Yeah, the one bag bit me akobe 10,000 the amount one bag of cocoa.
How much for one
yes. 419 no much because I will say Akufo-Addo de good botoma ene na sika no Akufo-Addo free so nti sika no wo ho it is sika no wo mani mu no so abeye finance minister there adena paragraph 41 na wo kan ho asema mention cocoa no one che ebo a wo de beto one bag of cocoa ese 10,000 ti 6,000 no kwa wo de wo ntimi mo 10,000 na sa 6,000 na wo share wo mo bo no adenti na o ma mention wo mu me say sa wo hwe
what to foot go money because say possible there it has to be possible.
Okay, we share budget we are Ghana for helu o mamate betinta bibia ni budget ni mo. Sa woto bo my budget na scrutiny. Although I was in a hurry say me try say me brush through. Tina me can count say doson. But woto bo say wo kan budget na me hwe every each paragraph bia na ma assess say dey be mfa so na dey be bra o man. Each paragraph bia na ma hwe.
But no na fair your man can say a lamentation series.
I'm telling you
because o share that painting gloomy picture no painting picture na ono e wo say afi dey bia Ghana for beka no share that but we fix it. We fix it.
We fix it no kwan best. What me the 279 million e dey akọ a gold board e dey kwa akọhye ho. Na cocoa for ne dey how many millions ana wo dey ekọ ho a ebi benya kwa akotua akuafo ne ka amoma mo western north mo Ashanti region e fa na cocoa ne bi wo mo bono hafo ene ahafo region ne bono ene ade nyina mu ntie sa budget ya ato force ndi ato jawura mahama budget bibia no a address
wo mo gina so ko tu abama ndc hwe ni mo cocoa farmers hwe ni mo omu kan ehye bobo akase sense na nado etumi tue sika kase hwini mo kokofo ya tumfu tru agumadi
and what's up paragraph 42 say a reckless public spending na Akufo-Addo spending here and have reversed the progress made in physical consolidation even under IMF supported program which commenced by 2023. It is Akufo-Addo making reckless what spending na reckless spending no at the CVETs buy reckless spending no at the free SHS buy reckless spending no at the teacher training allowance maintaining no reckless spending no at the just mean who the one is in Kanyama or commission Yama be brave ma who say oh yeah ehene fa na mo nso mo san kan wo mo budget ni mu say e bia sa budget we ye beba beye asafo interchange ye beba ba beye kejetia so ami interchange tafo traffic na echi tafo kuma mo amote tafo anwa ene ade nyina bebre kotoma NDC budget ni mu ya nkapta ba bia say ye ba beye tafo udi free swame ede kotafo ana ade ko mamponten ye ba be bai kwanum ni ayi ni say budget ni ba bia ni hono ma akasa a mahunu say e kwa akoye say adwuma no budget ni ba bia ni hono ma e kire say kokofo ye de mo ko 6000 bo so ayi bia woti koko one bag bia sika say ne de betu awka eti ni nyina krokro de John abedada entu ya budget na mimi nwade bia e wo budget ni wo say Ghana fo heli wo mo odo ye bom pai pata abanachi say bibidi na wo adwempa na move from propaganda na waba good governance dia ene e kire yen good governance na me say na the policy ba ko mention yes nka aban ne na ni hwe ho ana wo nipa on betimi a kire no sa 24-hour economy ni mu ya mete ha o ma me fa me na me kire 24-hour economy because me wa experience wa United Kingdom minim ha wa 24-hour economy ya rane no obe fa me amekwa akokire gusita no no ma kire ne say na obe 24-hour economy na wo ye ne sa carpenter wo ye na adwuma obetimi aye adwuma na adwuma wo di dum so
no adwuma be no ye betu ya
ye create loot and share sesi abai no
adwuma be pa na gusita no to no eya
I'm telling you
Ghana sika ba be 24-hour economy e wo mhwe ni
committee nkwana wo bedidi committee nkwana wate and omo about 175 committees members e wo mu na nya de ketwa committee aban na te na sa committee ni bia nso nim sika ye de ma wo ye de tudwa wo ye mbehye government of committees and they will create loot and share. It take 4 years now being so Ramahama. Omo the crocodile John ye me yenketenketi bi. Na so be fa free a university education. Oba be fa 400 Ghana cedis for each child. Each student, sorry. Each student be 400 Ghana cedis. Non-academic use have 400 Ghana cedis. Enupo 400. Next one be fa 400 Ghana cedis. Ofo a be ko university 400 Ghana cedis. Ana buy na fa. No for 400 Ghana cedis away budget we dey na yama o. Budget we a hopeless budget. I'm telling you. Enfe bibi pe bia ma minim say na NDC fo medi matem. Ba me ka no kra ne de a kire say bibi pe bia nim. Na me ka kire minority ni so omo ma budget na scrutiny. Omo review budget ne pa no mo expose government no. Emi ehunu say ni free SHS na all can ska o de call intimi sustain free SHS because omo agenda bi say free SHS no. Omo ebe ya ma enkwala no wa be ko school ka kase ya school esu bia no. Wa no we betua school fees. Eti no mo di sika ketewa bi ko ho. Na ko gold board nko a eno nko ye ti asami jamfi ebe da no. Eno nko wa fa 270 million. Eno so mo be create mo amudi mu nipa na ebete. Na me mako manso adubia na makoje concession. Na nyame aye madom na mitu bi gold abeka atem se je so nko na meton ma wo. Me ton ma na fa koye den. Abrayo perfect competitive market. Aban no a demand and supply and na ekire bo eti manya na se owura keke betimi age no ama me bia 250 million na me ni be bia no na ye be to mi gold ama me a o se je se metima ton gold na me ni ho kwan sami jamfi show statement bi de ba ye da ho se opie ni ho kwan se obetima ton gold wo ba bia je se gold board no kwan na betima ton amom enti sa ye chewa omo the law so but the law will deal with you e fa na because autocracy sa Libya first na Gaddafi te so na ho na betimi de mra we ya adwuma na ye Ghana democracy kabi ma men kabi 1992 constitution no we all are servant of the rules and we need to worship the rules. It's a perfect competitive market. You see entina me baby am say property owning government na property owned government no omo no ba omo create enabling environment and my people to me your adwuma Ajakufu ado say energy sector kra abo ka light ni timi gina so ma keke obi oye shoe timi ye ne shoe lawyer oye na dwuma a wo hye mo ye na dwuma na dwune nyina obetimi aye na lawyer ba na kan ade fon na ofiri ne dem oba na obi de second be wono eye if you say 24-hour economy ayi ba yi a mo gbadum kan ne amantimi na Kenya USD a second wo ne de happy nyina e happy ho what you say eti light ni njira so nema security agencies ne nya adwuma 24-hour nema ministers ne bi meya adwuma awia ne bi nya adwuma anacho what you say e ba sa no kra na e be ma onkrofo na nya adwuma nya na omo pam amanfo firi omo be nya adwuma aye eti se toilet kokra obi na se opeso use public toilet sabna na jo bi ye adwuma enti bus terminals ni nyina no amanfo e clean toilet ni so nyina ye adwuma 24-hour economy no no so you find innovative way of what creating jobs for your people but you don't come and dismiss people over besaki woma which is in breach of article 191 of the 1992 constitution of the Republic of Ghana
Dr. Atufo said kase ono be recover loot na be hwe doctor kase atofo ambulance e de shout now we better recovering loot once hey
no lip
and this for who
no lip prosecute
so we be recover loot would you kase ya na eda hoy yanka once we now we better recovering loot once and this one do but okay Ohineba Nane Siedu sends me this one or say the gold board has been formed already. It's a 21-member committee chaired by Samik Jenfi. Yes. I don't know doctor so can want some say NDC for Kwana and Ohineba Nane Siedu thanks for that for it's a 21-member committee.
21-member committee
chaired by
Samik Jenfi. A Japan deal enya dia a Japan deal normal critino. Saman for say a Japan deal omo den trotto nana Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia aban so a Japan deal no ma change di no ma ye no gold board na dia na ebeye because your banks are a top gold Ghana Commercial Bank ne Bank of Ghana nyina omo reserves nyina ediko guo me kwa individual asem o mi gold a metimi de koma Bank of Ghana ma ne disie e ma me pese me ton ma omo betimi aton ma miska ye wo Kwaku obodi P hwan MC ni ade yes omo nyina to gold eti na afi de wakoti gold board na wo sa pompi sika wo de maintain sa gold board no kwaye 279 million Ghana cedis e wo budget nim omo nko kan hwe na wo de 21 members na akwa kohyemu a eno kwa from NDC mu na ade abehye na ma me nkire o eji na wo ba behunu no ebedu ba ebu behu ma mu nua no mu nyina wo I'm telling you because they are going to create a but me so mo create normal lutu normal share what you say normal chase carry their mom it is Samik Jenfi ba benya na yere o ba benya no say pam na yere kura gudi o de begu no kom nkwan no Nkansah because we are ye dey fa no so na dey lutu normal share na chase use sa guy no na dey lutu scan nyina na dey ko
but we wrap up na gastomex na nature medics consult na economy yes, expect to say be grow by 4.4%. Now just say ene wo hwe sika ye twa and also expect so the bishima and also project here 290.5 billion 0.9 million 290.9 billion and a project economy susu say e be grow by 4.4% no but ene day one afei and ye be room ye pa be fidie no and na coming days no ye ba kire o de air ko bia ye gida ye ko da ho we no de say prelims comedies titini so no so yi we de comedies
that is fucking kind ya
e da mo ba to be akoto be mo amanto aba be say milk de boy for 1 cedi why Bahama ba de ba be ye 1 cedi 24-hour economy edutina mo nko bibia be fine lawyer sa ye bono to fa ye
ekeke de make can say magana for nya o madwene say wo manya savior bi say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama e ba beje wo eye consonant work e krokro de John ana o mo ba be Ghana for because budget na ya na reflect on market am wo hunu say ade we bi abo okosi ana bibia ni mu a e kire say awofo ho beto mo ana ofro basa ho beto ade e ha ye wo mayimu eye den light ade e ha ye say wo koto ade wa abontena kenke no mo kan say kenke ne beba 2 cedis no aba na okoso wacha obetimi di 2 cedis awe wache de kawuro enyina de Ghana ni ba hwehwe no edi so okọ ne se ye ntete sa ne ma no so na so wa yi bet wan hwan bet na wo yi we afiri wo kakra we ye nka se nye de na wo wie ne se wo school fees na kwa kotua no first year nkwa 400 Ghana cedis na wafa wo ma ne de no wa ya ma the good people of Ghana eti me de ni da so ye budget ni no mpa bibi pa no mfa Ghana
you better was say farewell to a farewell ceremony we in honor of Eric Akwabua police commander Nkansah until 13th March 2025 na Miami producer na NJ and also busuafo shedding until farewell ceremony Yami Aduma Dayawada 13th March 2025 in honor of Eric Akwabua police commander Nkansah busuafo gina shedding free na NJ Miami na NJ and busuafo shedding yengina so yeba busuafo shedding but right about now nature medics consults producers of gasto mixture, Mensoplex mixture, and afi Prostaplax mixture. Omuatinase openi mema wakwaba.
Ya ejao.
Na ohuye die.
Ya nkopo na dom gusu shai kakrakra.
Yeta ya miase. Yatinase boye nkomo.
Yo medasi ye pa openyi kese edin kan ma menchia watiefo